Today I'm going to share something that will change how you see the world. In order to understand what I'm talking about, we have to first listen to this clip that I came across on Twitter. Now, just letting you know, this toy is about to say green needle. You heard green needle, right? Now, what if I told you that this clip is actually saying brainstorm, a totally different word, brainstorm. Listen to the clip again. Isn't that interesting? Now, I didn't pull any editing tricks. It's the exact same clip as before. Yet what you just heard drastically changed based on your beliefs and your expectations. This gives us some insight on something that I like to call the translator. What is the translator? Well, there's a brief period of time that it takes for reality to be interpreted by our brain. Whatever happens around you must first be received by your sensory organs, such as your eyes, ears, and skin, and then processed by your brain to create the final image in your mind. This processing step is almost like translating a foreign language into a language that you understand, which is why I'm calling it the translator. The sound waves you just heard from the clip I played are the exact same both times. But because your translator was set to a different quote-unquote language setting each time, your interpretation of the event drastically changed. This applies to almost everything we experience in life. The majority of the information that our body receives throughout the day goes through this translation process. This includes interactions we have with other people and images that we see on social media. Now, depending on what you believe about the world and about yourself, your interpretation of what you experience can differ vastly. For example, let's say you believe many negative things about yourself, such as, I'm not good enough, or everyone dislikes me, or even, I make everyone's life worse. Let's then say one day, one of your peers or coworkers was to respond aggressively to one of your questions. Any updates on the project? I'm working on it. If you believe many negative things about yourself, your translator might interpret this as being your fault, that you did something wrong yet again that caused someone to get upset, when in reality, they might have just been stressed about something that was happening at home, right? Oftentimes, stress from other aspects of our lives leak into our interactions with other people. On the other hand, let's say you're someone who believes positive things about themselves, like, people enjoy talking to me, I make friends easily, I'm a high-value person. If you had these beliefs, your translator probably wouldn't interpret this situation as being your fault. Your beliefs about the world control how your translator interprets things. These interpretations often appear as thoughts in your head. So if you're someone who struggles with happiness, chances are you are being swamped by negative thoughts. Thoughts that make you feel worse about things, which is why you should consider what setting your translator has been set to. What beliefs and expectations do you have about the world? If you can somehow adjust these settings, you'll start to feel better because the thoughts that appear in your mind will change. There are 3 ways you can do this. The first is to get help from someone else, an expert of the mind, to help you tune the settings of your translator, which is why this episode was sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is a professional therapy service that is done online worldwide. The sign-up process is very easy, as you can see here. They will assess your needs and match you with a licensed professional. You can sign in anytime, send the message to your therapist, or schedule another session whenever you want. If there's ever a need to switch therapists, you can do so for free. BetterHelp is much more affordable than traditional therapy, and they even offer financial aid for those in need. BetterHelp has a special offer today where you'll get 10% off your first month. Just go to betterhelp.com/improvement pill. That's better HELP, and join over 1 million people who are currently using the platform. The second way you can change the settings for your translator is through repetition. You see, the translator is not the only source of thoughts that appear in our mind. We have the ability to consciously think certain things. And if we think a certain thought enough times, we can gradually change the settings of our translator. For example, if you started a gratitude journal where you write 10 things to be grateful about every day, you would eventually teach yourself to look at things in a more positive light. The same can be done by repeating a mantra over and over again when you meditate, or even by putting post-it notes all around your workspace so that you are constantly reminded to think a certain thought. The third way to prove to yourself that a certain belief is true is to gather irrefutable proof. If you currently believe you are a lazy person who will never accomplish anything in life, you can figure out a way to accomplish something that most people consider to be difficult. One great way to do this is to hit the gym, because less than 20% of people actually manage to hit the gym consistently. So if you somehow build a habit of going, you're accomplishing more in regards to your health than 80% of people. This is definitive proof that you are not lazy. Whenever your translator interprets something through the lens of you being lazy, you can then remind yourself that this is not true because of this irrefutable proof that you've gathered. I hope this video is helpful, and besides that guys, stay tuned.